Good morning. It's 11 a.m. here in the Midwest. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, and I'm bringing you a raw story. And this raw story, as it says, may stop you in your tracks. Um, it has been told by behind the scenes sources that the real reason for the Trump Hegseth meeting of all the brigadier generals and admirals is that they were using AI to look at the facial expressions of the audience, and the AI was supposed to be able to determine who would obey and who wouldn't, so they could pick out which top brass they wanted to head the military, to run the Pentagon, to take troops into the streets in violation of posse comitatus. So they're trying to decide how to invoke martial law using the military and what generals and admirals would follow behind Trump and support the movement. Tell me if that's not a piece of fucking shit. Anyway, here it is. I want you to listen to this.
Stops me cold. Ex-Trump insider reveals eyebrow-raising reason for military meeting. There may be a surprising reason why President Donald Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth called an in-person meeting of America's top military brass this week, according to a former Trump world insider. Lev Parnas, who worked as a political operative during Trump's first presidential campaign, wrote in a recent Substack essay that Trump and Hegseth were looking for signs of dissent during the meeting. That could help explain why there were so many obviously choreographed moments. After breaking fast tonight, while preparing for dinner and catching up on the flood of missed calls and messages, I heard from sources I trust, Parnas wrote. And what I heard stopped me cold. The reason Trump and Pete Hegseth gathered all those generals in one room was not just about a loyalty speech or a pep rally, he continued. I'm hearing that the Trump team used artificial intelligence and facial recognition technology during those briefings to monitor the generals' reactions in real time. Every eyebrow raise, every flicker of doubt, every moment of discomfort was scanned and analyzed by an algorithm designed to detect who would obey orders without question, and who might resist, he continued. Parnas added that the Trump administration appears to be using the technology on its own people as well. This same technology is being used as a tool inside Trump's orbit, a quiet weapon of power, deployed by his loyalists to identify and weed out whistleblowers and anyone who isn't completely obedient, Parnas wrote. This is how authoritarian power consolidates itself, by quietly monitoring every reaction, every hesitation, every private doubt, and turning it into a scorecard of allegiance. Read the entire essay by clicking here.
If this is true, then I have one thing to say. We may have another civil war that's actually a civil war at the top brass, those who stand up to Trump and those who stand up for Trump. And we may have, our only hope is that the ones who stand up for us, stand up against Trump, can prove to be more powerful and take over the Pentagon and the military, so that Trump's sycophants in the military, his admirals and brigadier generals, can't consolidate power and run the military for Trump, but rather run it for the people of the United States. So we have to really, really pray hard. If you're religious, if you're not, we have to really, really look at the military leaders and see which ones we think are going to stand up for the people of the United States, and push them really hard to stand up to any Trump brigadier generals and admirals that want to start putting troops in the street and really start running over us, which is what Hitler did during World War II when he made Germany into the fascist regime that it was. That's what Trump's planning. So we have to stop this in the streets, even if it means violence. This is JC saying, fuck you, Trump, and AI was meant to use for better purposes than what your toadies are using it for. So fuck all your toadies too. And to all my friends, family, followers, subscribers, love you all. Pox more, Jack. Keep on trying.